Right, we have spring on the way, so we're doing joinery for the new timber frame here. Did a one practice knee brace. I got my 10-inch saw, has a fence on it, so we'll be able to knock those out quick. I made a quick sliding jig with an offset mark on it so that I can cut one side and then I can flip the whole thing over and cut the other side, and so that offset accounts for the fence being on the opposite side of the saw. Well, for the big saw anyways. So we have, the next step is for the jig for our dovetails for the floor joists. So the floor joists are going to be 6x8s. The main beams are going to be 8x16s, and then the outside wall beams will be 8x12s. So these will be dovetailed with a 1-inch housing. So the 1-inch housing will carry most of the load, and then the dovetail obviously will be for pull apart and roll, and then it'll carry a little bit of load on the side walls. So because it has the housing is why I didn't go with a flat bottom, because I want a small gap between the tenon and this part here. Because I don't want it resting right here. I want it completely on the housing, right? So it can bear on the side walls. It can bear a little bit on the sides here, but not all the way down. To make them, I just made some out of wood, and then I used those pieces to make my aluminium ones that I got from the scrap pile at my local metal place. My cuts are pretty nice. It looks like a machine did it on that. On these I did a garbage job, but don't look at those. And then same with this. This one's pretty nice. I did really okay on my square. I lobbed it up a little bit right here where I had my holes offset. Or this one's good, but that one's not. But I'll show you all my defects every time, first thing. So this one, because I know exactly what I want, I made this one solid on my plate, so I can just scribe my center line on my joists, and I can screw it there or here, whatever I want, and then just router that out real quick, and then that'll be it for the joists. Don't mind all this. This was just quick, test piece. And then this one is the one that I made adjustable. I'm pretty sure I am going to raise it up just a hair, right? Because I want it to fit just a little bit snugger right now. I'll show you when I put them together. It's pretty flush. I want it to be raised up at least a 1/16 of an inch or so. Not too much, but, as long as it's on the housing, really, I'm happy with that. Yeah, so I made it so this one is adjustable. I had this 1-inch, block of aluminum laying around forever. I still have a significant amount of it, but that's why we don't throw things away. So I used my nice 1-inch block and some of this, and I made these really cheap. It cost, I think, about $50, I'd say, including fuel, to pick up the aluminum, versus the, I don't know, I don't understand why they sell for $3,000, but apparently they do. So there's this one, right, blasted in. I made this all the way back because, of course, the dovetail and the actual beams will be 1-inch housing, and then the dovetail will be back here. So it'll be a 2-inch recess on that. But they're nice and sturdy and industrious and heavy for moving things around. And then for sliding together, go together pretty well. Got a little bit of lip there right now, but if we give that a little tap, there we go. So it's flush right now, which is not actually what I want. I want it up just a little bit, so that's why this one's adjustable. So if we get that tightened up a little bit, it'll sit on the side walls just a little bit higher. And yeah, then obviously this part will not be here because this will be in the housing, but I can lift the block up from my joists, even though I only have one hand. And yeah, that's that. And then, like I said, on my knee braces, it's all 3, so I put a fence at 3 on my small saw. And then I just made this quick little rig so that I have my 45 flat for making my cuts nice and easy. So we have, let's see, how many more of these do we have? We have 63 more knee braces to make. And then we have 88 dovetails to make. So happy to have Jigs.